Welcome to Nina Designs. Today we're going to make some super cute leather peekaboo bracelets, and we've got some fun tips. In order to do this project, you need a 2 centimeter deer hide leather strips and a silver strip crimp clasp, a wide crimp clasp, a pair of pliers, and a leather punch. You can get all these things at ninadesigns.com except the leather punch, which will be available at Rio. So in order to begin, we're going to take a strip of leather about between 3/4 of a centimeter and 1 centimeter and dot it with markers at 1 centimeter intervals, so you know where to do your punches. And then we're going to slowly work our way up the strip with the 5th setting on the hole punch, which is the second to largest hole punch. And you don't have to worry if you've put your little dots exactly in the center, because the hole punch is quite big and you can adjust it by eye as you go. And then pull out each of the little tabs until all of the dots that you've made at 1 centimeter intervals have been cleared. Then this is a really fun trick. You just want to stretch the leather so that the circles become ovals. And then you're going to switch to the smallest punch on the puncher and punch circles in between the ovals. Now, the strips of leather that we're using on this project started out at 6 inches, and then they get stretched and we add the clasp. But you can start it anywhere between 6 inches and 7 inches, depending on the size of your wrist. The 6 inches for a smaller wrist. The 7-inch would be for a slightly larger wrist. But again, remember, the finished bracelet will be at least an inch bigger than the leather that you start out with between the stretching and adding a clasp at the end. So just work your way up the leather strip, adding punches between the ovals, and you just eyeball it so it's just about even in between the ovals. And we're creating these holes so that our second color will peek through this narrower strip of the second color, and that's why we call it peekaboo. So we're almost finished here punching out our holes. And it's good to pick 2 colors of leather that are contrasting nicely so that you get more of a dramatic effect when you lay the strips on top of each other. So now that we've finished the punches, we're going to trim the end, make sure that it's nice and even, and line up the ends of the thinner strip and the thicker strip, and then trim the second end. And then we're going to slip the 2 ends into one side of our crimp clasp. And use the pliers to gently, and you want to be careful here, to gently close the crimp clasp. You can also put some tape, some masking tape at the end of your pliers to avoid marking up the silver. And the teeth should grab at it and make it secure. And then you want to line up the other end. And slip the second side over, and then gently close that one. And there you have it, a beautiful peekaboo bracelet. And as you get comfortable with the technique, you can play around with different shapes and sizes for all sorts of really fun and creative effects. So visit us at www.ninadesigns.com for the supplies you need and lots of jewelry inspiration. See you there.